Welcome back to the Top 10 channel. Today, we are counting down our top picks for the top 10 strongest tornadoes of all time. For this list, we are going to look at deadliest tornadoes that hit the USA. We will be looking at the strongest, deadliest tornadoes ever recorded. But before we proceed on our list, do not forget to hit the red subscribe button and ring the notification bell to get updates of our new uploads every week. Alright, if you're ready to know which tornadoes had left the most casualties all these years and had left worth millions of damaged properties, just sit back, relax, and check out our list. At number 10, the Flint Tornado, June 8, 1953. 67 years ago, the 10th worst tornado hit Flint, Michigan in the United States and destroyed the area known as Beecher. The houses that were on the direct path of the storm were completely destroyed. The storm took 116 lives and had injured 844 people in a matter of minutes. Since houses in the area do not have basements, it was pointed as one of the reasons why there were a large number of casualties, as there was no place to seek refuge or hide. In 2003, the 50th anniversary of the Flint Tornado, a memorial service was held in the Beecher School to commemorate the events of the evening on June 8, 1953. Part of the service was to read all the 116 names that died on a horrific night. The people who have survived have been thankful that their children have children and that they have grandkids, and occasionally come together for reunions. But for those who didn't make it that night, would never be able to experience such. At number 9, the new Richmond Tornado, June 12, 1988. June 12, 1988, Richmond, Wisconsin was home to roughly 2,500 people in 1988. But since there was a circus during that time, there were also hundreds of travelers and tourists that were added to the existing number of people. The show concluded at 4:30 p.m., just in time when the heavy rain and hail began to fall. After 30 minutes, the skies cleared and the people assumed the storm was over. An hour later, an F5 tornado hit Lake St. Croix, then it moved into an open farmland, destroying several structures as it moves northeast. At 6 p.m., the tornado struck New Richmond and illuminated by lightning. Many people were in the streets and there was no warning to take cover. The twister virtually erased a few parts of the area while tossing people and debris everywhere. Those who hid underground were crushed to death by flying debris. The tornado killed 117 and left 200 injured people. The total damages cost $300,000 at that time. To date, it is the 9th deadliest tornado in U.S. history. At number 8, the Amite Purvis Tornado, April 24, 1908. In April 24, 1908, when a series of storms left a destructive path through the parts of Louisiana and Mississippi. A report from the McCain Library of Archives at the University of Southern Mississippi that on the 24th at around 2 p.m., the clouds took a funnel shape and began moving towards the town. The storm toppled railroad cars and moved the depot across the railroad tracks. Most of the 125 homes were severely damaged or destroyed. The business level was also leveled. The archive reports show that there were 143 people killed and 770 injured on that day. There were only 7 houses left intact when the storm left Purvis, Mississippi. The series of storms also caused damage in Amite, Louisiana. At number 7, the tornado that struck Joplin, Missouri, May 22, 2011. May 22, 2011 in Joplin, Missouri, 5:34 p.m. Central Standard Time, a tornado initially touched down just east of Missouri-Kansas state line. 20 minutes before the tornado landed, a warning was issued by the National Weather Service. The storm packed winds that are more than 200 miles per hour and was on the ground for more than 22 miles. As the tornado moved forward, it also became bigger. There were metal warehouses that were swept cleanly from their foundations, while other buildings were almost flattened. There were a total of 6,954 homes destroyed, 359 homes had major damage, and 516 had minor damage. There were 158 people killed and 1,150 others were injured. At number 6, the Woodward Tornado, April 9, 1947. At 8:52 p.m. on April 9, 1947, when a violent tornado, without any warning, unleashed havoc in Woodward. More than 100 city blocks on the north and west sides of the city were destroyed. The southeast portion of the town, however, had a few damages. In the aftermath, confusion and fires reigned and destroyed 1,000 homes and businesses. The restoration of communications between the outside world and Woodward took a while, so there was no exact news of how many were the total fatalities, how many were homeless, how much was the damage, etc. The Woodward tornado killed 181 people and injured 970 more. At number 5, the Gainesville Tornado, April 6, 1936. The 1936 Tupelo-Gainesville tornado was a result of a pair of storms that converged on April 6, 1936. At 8:15 a.m. on that date, an F4 tornado landed in Hall County, which is located southwest of Gainesville. As the tornado moves northeast, it destroyed infrastructure and homes in its way. There was a second funnel spotted west of the city, moving also east. At 8:27, the two funnels met. The combined tornadoes moved downtown Gainesville and destroyed 4 blocks and 750 houses in Georgia town. The twin twister killed 203 people and injured 1,600 more. At number 4, the Tupelo Tornado, April 5, 1936. April 5, 1936, at around 8:30 p.m., when the ranked 4th deadliest tornado in United States history. The funnel emerged from a complex of storm cells and it touched down in a rural area almost 8 miles outside the city. There were 217 people who were killed and at least 700 people were injured. The devastating tornado has also left the state with more than $3 million in damages. There were also multiple well-built structures that were leveled and swept away on the west side of the city by the infamous Tupelo Tornado. At number 3, the St. Louis Tornado, May 27, 1986. Have you heard of a tornado alley? No? Well, a tornado alley is a nickname given to a geographical area in the U.S. in which tornadoes occur most often. This region includes Colorado, Iowa, Missouri, Minnesota, Nebraska, Oklahoma, North and South Dakota, and Texas. So where is St. Louis? Well, it's in Missouri. On May 27, 1986, a major tornado outbreak caused severe damage to downtown St. Louis, Missouri, East St. Louis, Illinois, and its surrounding areas. The destructive twister had winds of between 207 miles per hour and 260 miles per hour. It killed 255 people and injured 1,000 more. Have people in that area considered to transfer somewhere else as they are very prone to tornadoes multiple times in a year? Because if it were us, we would. At number 2, the Natchez Tornado, May 6, 1840. On May 6, 1840, a few minutes after 1 p.m., a massive tornado formed southwest of Natchez and moved northeast along the Mississippi River. It followed the river while stripping forest from both shores. The windstorm drowned passengers and crews as 60 flatboats were tossed into the river. Some reports stated that, quote, the air was black with whirling eddies of walls, roofs, chimneys, and huge timbers from distant ruins, all shot through the air as if thrown from a mighty catapult, end quote. According to the Free Trader, a local paper at that time, there were 20 plantations that were in the tornado's path, so it was damaged. There were hundreds of slaves killed and a lot of dwellings were swept like a chaff from their foundations. There were forests that were uprooted and the crops were either beaten down or destroyed. There were 317 people who died and 109 more injured. Their death toll was believed not to include the dead slaves. Therefore, there were more people dead than what was reported. At number 1, the TriState Tornado, March 18, 1925. The TriState Tornado is the deadliest tornado in U.S. history. The massive storm in 1925 traveled through 3 states, covering 219 miles in 3.5 hours. With winds about 300 miles per hour, the tornado was rated an F5 at the top of the old Fujita scale. The storm destroyed towns and leveled farms in its path. The TriState Tornado claimed 695 lives and left 2,027 injured. Thousands of people were left without food and left homeless. Theft, fires, and looting in the tornado's aftermath exacerbated its effects. So, do you agree on our list today? Let us know by leaving your comments below. Alright, that is it for today. If you like our video today, please hit like and share this with your friends. Do not also forget to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell to get updates of newly uploaded informative videos from our channel. What top 10s would you like to see next? Let us know by leaving your comments below. Thank you for watching. See you next time.